Hello friend, welcome to today's video. In this video I will share with you a few simple tips that will potentially change the way you approach hunger in DayZ Livonia 1.06. These are the strategies that I personally use to keep my character fed and healthy for extended periods of time. But if you have other ways, make sure to share them in the comments below. Let's get started. This tip is mainly for new players. Loot spawns anywhere across the map at any given time. The same basic loot that you would find at a town like P.H.O.E.N.I.X is the same kind of loot that you would find at a town like Brody or any other town across the map, so before you head out, make sure that you master one area at a time. DayZ is a game that can be played without firearms. The reality is that a knife is more than sufficient to survive. You can open cans, hunt small and slow animals for meat and fat. You can also dig up worms and craft a fishing hook from the bones of dead animals. In addition to that, you can craft a campfire and a hand drill with short sticks and bark, which can be collected with a knife. Then find yourself a tall bush and acquire a long stick so you can roast meat or fat over the fire. If you pay close attention, you can hear different animals such as chickens, goats, sheep, and cows, among other animals. The only reason to go into a cabin other than finding general loot should be to find weapons and tools for hunting. And even though you may find canned food in these houses, don't rely too much on it. Once you get used to hunting, cooking meat and fat, you will never go back to canned food. Nowadays, you can get sick from pretty much anything, so a good practice is to empty any and every water source you find, and when you refill it, make sure to purify it with chlorine tablets. Even if you refill your water source at a water well, you never know, so be careful, and every single time that you find a water source, purify it, and after you refill it, purify it again. Also, if you travel light like myself, you can fill up a jerry can and purify it. This will ensure that you will not have to stop for water for a very long time. In the event that you can't find any canned food nor any small animals, you may have to resort to becoming an animal yourself. Find a survivor and take his life. Once he's dead, collect the fat from his body. Human fat when cooked will not make you sick, and also you can avoid the effects of cannibalism by foregoing on actually eating the human meat. A cool feature in DayZ is that when you're handling raw meat with gloves, you don't have to worry about washing your hands. However, if you do not have gloves and you do have bloody hands, you will get sick the very second that you take a bite out of anything to eat. You can and should wash your hands using any water source across the map. Also, the water sources in your inventory can be used to wash your hands. So every single time that you handle raw meat, make sure to clean your hands to avoid sickness. But if you do happen to get sick, just take one of those pills right there and you're going to feel better in about 2 minutes. While not every zombie carries items in their inventory, a lot of them do. From 9-volt batteries to can openers and flashlights. We're also lucky to find the occasional can of food or drink in their pockets, so don't shy away from a zombie brawl as it may pay off in good bounty. Fishing can be a fun activity, but I recommend that you master other strategies first. To go fishing, you will either need to find a fishing rod and a hook or craft an improvised fishing rod. If you want to learn how to craft a fishing rod, click on the card on the top right of your screen. The main reason why I recommend fishing more as a pastime rather than a main strategy is because while fishing you are exposed and defenseless. Also, gathering the materials takes time. And lastly, sometimes you may catch a pair of boots instead of a fish, and that's a waste of bait, sending you back to square one. Although there are many methods for hunting bigger animals, I recommend that you take the sniper approach. Once you acquire your prey and take your shot, they may survive and run away, but if you have a compass, point it in the direction that the animal is running. And don't worry if you lose sight of it. Just continue to track them on their last known direction, and eventually they will stop and resume their activities, giving you another chance to reposition and take another shot. This is one of the best tips that I can give you. One of the main reasons I struggled at the very beginning with DayZ was the fact that I played a lot of PUBG prior to playing DayZ. My mindset was on PvP and not survival, so my chances of mastering hunger were not good. Remember that you're trying to survive. If you want PvP only, then you don't have to worry too much about mastering hunger, because no matter how good you are at the game, every dog has his day, and you will die. When I started playing DayZ more like Ghost Recon Wildlands, that's when everything changed. I became more sneaky and deadly. But above all of that, by ignoring the PvP for a little while, I was able to concentrate on mastering the different aspects of DayZ, which have spawned many videos at this channel. Alrighty my friend, thank you so much for your time. I hope that this video added value to your gameplay and that it helps you along the way. Remember to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and if it really helped you out, make sure to smack the like. Also, don't forget to comment below if you have any struggles. I'm sure the community will help you out. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.